was born in a small Indian town where dreams were smaller than the house. His father was a mechanic. He repaired old tractors and scooters that barely run. His mother stitched clothes for the neighbors, earning just enough to buy rice for the week. Their house had one room, one fan, and one tool: work before sleep. Every morning, Arav's father left home with a toolbox that was older than him. Arav sometimes helped holding spanner, filling oil, wiping the grease off his father's hand, and every evening his mother would look at Arav's tired face and still say, "Steady, son, don't live your life fixing broken things like us." But Arav loved watching his father fix machine. He was fascinated by how his father could make something dead come alive again. Still, Raghav never called him to sit and dream. He only said, "If something breaks, don't cry, learn how to fix it." Arav didn't know then that line would change his entire life. One monsoon night, heavy rain tore through the town. The roof of their house leaked, the workshop flooded, and every tool his father owned was destroyed. The next morning, Rav sat silently, staring at the wreckage. His life's work washed away. His mother tried to stay strong. She said, "We will stitch and fix like we always do." But Arav saw something break in his father's eyes. That day, not the tools, but hope. Bills piled up. His mother worked double shifts. Arav wanted to quit school to earn money, but his father said quietly, "Do what you most, but don't waste your hands." He didn't explain what it meant. He never gave lecture, never praised, never scolded. But Arav could feel his father wanted him to do something bigger than survival. To help at home, Arav started repairing small things: fans, radios, broken torches. He had no money for spare parts, so he built them from waste. One day, he found an old bicycle wheel, a magnet, and some wires. For weeks, he experimented, falling, burning his fingers, and trying again. And one evening, the fan of their house began to spin, powered by wine. His mother clapped her hands in joy. Even his father, usually quiet, looked at it and said, "So you finally fixed the air too?" That one line, half joke, half pride, lit something inside Arav. If he could make a fan run from scrap, what else could he do? He started building a small wind generator to power bulbs in their lane. Soon the street that was always dark began to glow, light born from junk. People gathered, surprised. One man said, "This boy is going what even engineers can't." For the first time, Aarav realized the limits he believed in were never real. Years later, Aarav's innovation reached the city. He won national awards, gave TED Talks, and started a small company that trained village kids in practical science. But he never forgot where it began: in a broken workshop, beside a silent father and a mother stitching clothes under a flickering bulb. When he returned to his town to inaugurate a new science lab in his old school, reporters surrounded him. One asked, "Sir, what inspired you to become who you are today?" Aarav smiled and said, "A mechanic who never gave up on broken things, and a mother who never stopped stitching hope together." That night he sat beside his father again, now old but smiling. Aarav whispered, "You were right, Papa. When life broke, I didn't cry. I learned to fix it." His father looked at him with most eyes and said softly, "No, son, you didn't fix it. You rebuilt it." And in that moment, Aarav understood the human spirit has no ceiling. It only grows in silence, in struggle, in the fire of the impossible. So always remember, you are never limited by what you have, only by what you believe. Hardship doesn't shrink your power, it reveals it. Parents may not teach with words, but their struggle becomes your lesson. True strength is not in never falling, it's in fixing what life breaks. Be limitless because your potential is always far greater than your imagination.